my station. Class 91.3 FM.
Good morning and welcome to the Transformation Agenda series on education on Class 91.3 FM. This program is sponsored by the Ministry of Education. It's exciting to have you every Saturday morning, and I don't know where you are, whether you're in your home, your office, driving, wherever you may be. I just want to say welcome to this wonderful program. Today promises to be one of the most exciting programs and conversations that we're going to have. I believe that you were yearning to see us this morning, and we are also here, and we are happy that you are here and you are listening to us. God bless you so much. Thank you for listening. All right, so the inception of the free senior high school by the Akufo-Addo government in 2017 has massively impacted the boarding house population in senior high schools. In this discussion, we search for answers to what the boarding life experiences and how staff manage its attendant consequences. We examine this topic from the viewpoint of a staff and a house mistress. And I believe that some of us have sent our kids to school. Recently, a few months or a year ago, we saw a video of some girls that, were twerking and showing us a lot of things about themselves. And we don't know exactly what happens. I believe if the Minister of Education is in his office, one of the things he worries about is what is happening to the students who are in school. He reports to work as early as 6 and closes very late when everyone is gone. And I believe that he's sacrificing so much, just like the president has given him that note to do this job. Now, it is important as parents to understand what happens when these children are in the boarding houses. They come from different backgrounds. All of us brought up our children in different ways, and we expect that they go to the school to conform, to be reformed or transformed. And so one of the things that worries is how these children are managed and what happens to them while they are in school. What do they do when they wake up in the morning? I mean, how do they study? Who manages them? Who supervises them? This is what the conversation this morning is all about. And it's my prayer that as you listen to this as a parent, as a student, you take a cue from it and upgrade yourself and seek knowledge and help support schools, especially children who are in boarding houses, to make sure that they come out from the school as a blessing and not a curse.
Class 91.3 FM. Now that's my station.
All right, so good morning once again. It's time for Educhum Trends. All right, so what we do is we tell you what the minister was up to the past week. A lot happens in the Ministry of Education. A lot. And so what we do is to tell you what happened, to know and appreciate what God is using this man for. Honorable Dr. Yaw Osei Educhum, you are anointed for what you are doing. You are a blessing. One thing you keep saying is that the president did not bring me here to come and joke. He brought me here to come and work. And you are indeed working. You are doing so much. God bless your deputy, Reverend John Intimfojwo, Chief Kobna, the 16th Director of Education, all your staff and everyone who is supporting your vision and the vision of the president. All right, so I have with me Laurentia Bebio, who is here to tell us what the minister was up to the last week. Laurentia.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm very good.
How was your night?
It wasn't so bad.
Mm-hmm. When it rains, we see the weather bringing safe.
I know, right?
All right, so it's well. So what was the minister up to last week?
Okay, so I think since last week we've been saying a lot about what is actually going on in the camp of the minister. And please, sorry for my voice today because I'm having a little bit of cold. So
that's right.
Our listeners will have to manage for me. And I want to say a good morning to them. So last week we talked a lot, including the fact that the minister
that's okay, please.
The minister with management of Bosomtwe Girls Senior High School welcomed their new students and all that.
Wow.
And apparently after that we've had Huawei donating some items to the school.
Which school is that?
To the Bosomtwe Girls STEM school.
Wow.
Yes. And I think
it's a girls' school.
Yes, it's actually a girls' school.
But a STEM school,
yes,
science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Yes, but it's a girls'
for
school.
Girls. Wow.
Yes.
A very beautiful, building.
Yes,
if you can show us on Facebook, we'll be grateful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very, very beautiful.
Very beautiful. And they actually donated about 20 laptops, a projector, and then 50 branded diaries.
Wow.
Yes, they are branded Huawei diaries.
Wow.
That they were donated to the girls. And
wow.
The person who led this donation was the Director of Public Relations for Huawei, Madam Jenny Zhou. I don't know if I had the name right though, but I hope I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently that was it for yesterday.
Okay.
No, that was yesterday. That was Friday, last week Friday. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, but yesterday too, the minister met with our current managing director for Ghana Post. Okay. Mr. Bice Osei Kufuor, which we all know, we popularly call him Obo. Yes. So he met with Honorable Dr. Yaw Educhum, and they had to discuss a few things about how Ghana Post and then the Ministry of Education can come together and bring out initiatives and all that can really help. So let's just pray for the best, and I hope that they bring up an initiative that is really going to benefit all of us. Wow. So that is it for today.
God bless you so much, Laurentia. God bless you. If you look at the buildings, infrastructure development that's going on under the leadership of the president, it's just so amazing. And we try to put a lot of them on Facebook as you listen to us. As a people, I think we should sometimes put politics aside and appreciate what our leaders do. One of the things I will tell you honestly is that God has blessed this country. All the president we had in this country were good. They did their best. Of course, you are working with people. You're going to have people who are going to disappoint you. Of course. But this president has really scored. The minister, Honorable Dr. Yaw Osei Educhum, calls him the school president. So we are grateful, to God for giving us such leadership, especially when they are focused on education. We are so grateful to God for that. Thank you very much, Laurentia. God bless you. This morning we're going to be discussing managing the free senior high school, students. We're talking about boarding, houses and experiences and what goes on. So we have our guest already in studio, and so before we do the interview, I want us to Just 10. But what I want you to do is go on Facebook, okay? Go on Facebook and you can have us on Word Radio GH. You can also have us on Transformation Agenda Series on education, also on Facebook. And you can also get to me, Abraham Edu, on Facebook as well. Now, if you have any question to ask or a contribution, or you have some information that you want to give us, concerning what we'll be discussing, you can do that on 054 983 0859. 054-983-0859, or you can do that on 0500,000 202 0500,000 202. But after the show, if you have any concerns or anything you want to talk to us about, then you can do that on 054-983 0859. We'll be expecting you to talk to us as we have the conversation. If you have any question, contribution, you can do so on these numbers that I've given out. Thank you.
Now that's my station.
Is also ensuring that access to tertiary education is expanded through the removal of the guarantor requirement that makes it difficult for some students to apply for loans through the Student Loan Trust Fund Scheme. This process of expansion of educational opportunities has to be the bedrock of educational policy in the 21st century for our nation.
All right, thank you very much for listening to us this morning. My guest is already seated, and she's in the person of Mrs. Evelyn Lomo, who is a teacher of Achimota School, a house mistress of Stopford House, and understand she teaches French. Bonjour, madame. Bonjour, monsieur. God bless you so much for coming. Before we start the conversation, I want us to listen to this school anthem of Achimota School.
Now that's my station.
Thank you very much. God bless you, Madam Evelyn Lomo. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you so much.
Amen.
This woman is one of the toughest women I've seen in my life. very tough. You know, when we say a woman is tough, very hard and tough. And something happened when I went to the school. I was observing. I think a student, the day they were vacating, one of the students, the parents came and she took their mobile phone. And I think she entered the dormitory with the phone, and the phone was seized by Madame. Madame seized the phone. And the lady came and brought the parents, and they were asking, begging, pleading, please. She said, oh, the fact that the phone went to the dormitory, it was out of coverage area. The phone was seized. And she's very firm, strong, and very tough. And I think that this attitude you have is a blessing. I think this one of the things that has really pleased your house, for instance, because there are a lot of houses and a lot of schools in this country. But I think one of the schools that we all respect is your school. And I think discipline is one of the things that has really kept your school in that height. Thank you very much for coming today. We appreciate your presence in the studio. And I believe that the minister is also listening to you, and everybody is listening to you this morning. You are welcome once again.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so how are you?
I'm very good.
Wow. And so you become a mother by force to our daughters.
A lot of them.
Wow. Is it difficult to be a house mistress?
Very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about that one.
Truth be told, very difficult. I think some few years back, I have been a house mistress for 4 years now. And before I became a house mistress, I was a teacher teaching. Okay. And so, looking at the house size, approximation, we could have about 80 students in a boarding house. And it was manageable. And per the rolling out of the senior high school policy, which is aimed at, eliminating cost as a barrier to education, therefore allowing every Ghanaian child who really gets the pass mark, to be given the opportunity to enjoy free senior high school for 3 years. Okay. That is a good thing. Very good. Yeah. And so that has really doubled the numbers we have currently in the boarding house. So it's really
difficult. You are managing 80. Now you are managing about how many?
Almost about 135.
Wow. In Stopford?
Yes.
All right. Wow. I mean, we bring up, let me give you an example. My daughter is in your house. I remember, they lived with me for some time. Yeah. And one day a woman told me, said, you need to teach your daughter a lot. She doesn't know a lot of things. Even the way she walks, I will never forget. Now, I brought my daughter to Achimota School. I came to visit her after a month, the first visit. And I saw the way she was walking. Do you teach them how to walk?
Yes, sir.
I see. Because I saw the walking and I came and I said, I went to see my daughter, and the way she was walking, it was like she's been modified in a way. God bless you for this.
Amen.
So you are able to manage all these children. Yes, now, we bring them up from different homes, okay? Different homes and different attitudes. How are you able to put all these things together and transform them to be, what they become? Coming out to be that brand.
Well, when they got fresh as first year students, I call them, I meet them as a group, talk to them. We talk about all sort of issues, everything, ranging from academics to social life, everything that needs to be talked to. So I talk to them, letting them know that they are coming from various homes with various upbringings, and so as we are here together as one big family, and therefore what needs to be done here, as not from your various home, but here as a school, as a house, we are all going to sing the same language, speak the same language, and so all individual issues are out of place. And so when you tell them that, they already are aware of what is in store for them. So when you start talking to them, they really listen. Despite the fact that we have the few difficult ones, difficult nuts to crack, majority of them.
You have difficult ones?
Yes.
Wow. How difficult are they? When you say they are difficult, what are some of the things they do?
Very difficult in the sense that, as for me, this is how I was brought up. And so this is what I would wish to do.
Wow.
I wake up from bed, someone lays my bed for me. My things are dirty, someone washes them for me. I eat, someone washes my plate. Fold my things in my wardrobe. Iron my dress. And so they come with the idea that, oh, I would have people to be helping me to do all these things. And when they don't get it like that, then it becomes difficult.
Wow.
Do this, and they can't tell you I won't do. Do this. Yes, madam. You turn and it's something else.
And one of the things I was told is that, you know, so when the mobile phone issue, came up and I was there, I told one of I was asking one of the girls, do you use mobile phone in your dormitory? She said no. I said, so if you use, they will catch you. Say, hey, Miss Lomo, the way she comes unexpected. So if you are doing something, she will catch you. So nobody dares. How frequent are you in the dormitory?
As frequent as possible. I don't have times I go there because I am with them. So the house belongs to all of us. So I can sneak in when they are asleep. Just to watch over them, who is on bed at that particular time, who isn't. And so you can easily catch them if they want to do otherwise. Because at that particular time, they may not be thinking that you may pop in. And that is where you pop in and
then you catch them.
You see all the
Do you have people who are using mobile phones and those in your dormitory? Are you aware? Do you have people?
Currently, I would say no.
Okay. And
no from my point of view that I am not aware.
Okay.
But whether they have it on them, I can't really say.
Good morning to Madam Felicia. I think she's with you. Yes. God bless her so much for everything that she's also doing for the house. Now, have you gotten to a point where you felt like this is too difficult for me, and you wish you were not a house mistress?
Yes. When you really know that with a clear conscience, you are trying to help a student, bring up the student to be very responsible, then parents come in and give you all sorts of insults.
You receive a lot of insults from parents.
Sometimes it's very disheartening.
Wow.
And so at that point of time, you think like, I would want to give up. But the kids in mind, I am doing it for them. I am not doing it for the parents. And so you let it go.
Wow. How did they do it? Did they come there to call you and embarrass you in the presence of others, or is there a phone call?
Personally, no parent had ever insulted me to my hearing.
Okay.
But, they talk. When they go home, they converse with their parents. And those committed close ones who are to you, they will come back and tell you everything.
Wow. So parents, if you are listening to us, visit the children, they will come and report their teachers to you, but be careful the things you say, because you know what? They will go and tell their teachers. Wow. That's beautiful. I'm looking at, the president bringing up this policy of free senior high school. And as he sits in his house, he's thinking about the outcome, how, the results of what I'm doing. I'm investing so much. And I remember when school started from 2017, we had a lot of people saying some girls were getting pregnant, some were misbehaving, and some of them we saw on social media and stuff. How are you able to deal with all these things so that if the president is listening to you right now, should he say that, or will you tell him, Mr. President, I want you to relax because we are taking care of people you brought to us. We are doing it so well. Can you say that to him?
Yes, I can. Because for my girls, I can vouch for them. I can give them 80%.
Wow.
Well-disciplined ones. So with that, comparatively, as you said, things are happening. Others are doing all sorts of things. Put it on social media, and they are not afraid. They don't feel shy doing it. But for my girls, I trust them. How
you relate.
You relate with them. Because it was really surprised you to know that there are things we know that parents are not aware.
Okay.
About their own children. They talk to us, and they will tell you, Madam, give me your word that it is going to stay between us.
Wow.
And I respect that.
Is that not dangerous? Let me put it in this context. Is not if a student will confide in a teacher, I'm looking at it, so it could be a relationship, the relationship he has with the parent, for example. But for instance, if a child comes to tell you something and you promise not to tell the parent, do you keep that promise, or sometimes it's important and you need to tell the parents?
Some I keep.
Okay.
Depending on how dangerous the situation is. And those I keep, I try in my own simple way to get closer to the parent.
Oh, okay.
We talk about issues, general conversations. I sometimes just give it a call. Oh, madam, good morning. I'm just trying to just check up on you, this person's mother. Oh, how is everything? Then we engage in that. So from time to time, just pop in and let's have a jojo about your girl. And some of them respect that. They will come around. So I will not go straight to the point and tell you this and that is what your child is doing. But per the conversation you have, they themselves may even come up. Even with a problem you yourself, you don't even know. That, madam, my child is like this. She's trying to be this. She's trying to be that. Can you just help me, shape her, correct her in the right way? Then with that, they are already supporting you in whatever path you are taking. And so even when at the tail end, you would want to even review, even break your promise. By then you'd have gotten them, pinned them there. And so it's not like I'm going to beat up my child. I'm going to pick up on the child. Then knowing that, oh, okay, so I am failing, or I'm trying to be on point as far as my responsibility as a parent is concerned. Okay, so madam, how best do you think we can do it? Okay, when the child is in school, this and this and this is what I will do. When she comes home, continue with that.
Wow.
Then we give it a time frame. Let's see how it works. And some are working.
Oh, so you actually give counseling to the girls?
My house level, I do the little I can.
Okay.
When it is above me, the school counselors
oh,
are there.
Okay.
Then we
you
them.
have counselors at your school?
Yes, sir.
What? You refer them. So what are some of the issues you refer to the counselors?
Majority of them is academics. I learn and I'm not getting it. I am doing my best, but I'm not making the grades. So I start from there, my little way. So how do you plan your personal timetable? And some of them, madam, I don't even have. So, okay, per your leisure time, these days, plan your schedule in such a way that this today, this time, this is what I'm going to do. At least one subject a day will be okay. Because some of them have slow learners. So they would want to compound, okay, I have French, I have geography, I have history. I would want a bit of all of them in just 2 hours. At the end of the day, they get nothing. So when we start from there and really we know it's not working, some of them can even bring a problem. Okay, madam, I'm so much down. I'm psychologically, I'm not sound. So what is it? Then they themselves may come up with a problem they think is weighing them down so much that they can't even learn. Depending on the kind of problem, we just give them to the school counselors and they take it out from there. Is
it something that is frequent? Do you have children, some of them coming to you frequently, or is something that once in a while?
It's not that frequent. Once in a while, you get few of them. Less than a quarter, even less a quarter of your house. It's once in a while. And those that come up are really the ones who are really not getting it.
Yes, let me ask this. From what time do they wake up?
4:30 rise in
bed. And they go back to bed?
9:30 p.m.
What happens between this period?
When they wake up in the morning, 4:30, they have a time frame to finish taking their bath.
Okay.
After bathing, they take up their monitorial duties. Then their morning devotions. They are expected to leave the boarding house by 5:25 a.m.
Okay, before you continue, you talked about morning devotions.
Yes.
We don't have only Christians in your school. We have Muslims as well. How do they manage this?
They also have their times they pray.
Okay.
Not that we are creating altars, but they have their own way of praying at the times, and we don't interfere.
Okay.
As far as it don't interfere with school rules and regulations, we permit them to do so.
Wow.
So some of them are able to do their morning devotions before the 5:25, before they exit.
Mm.
Those who aren't able to do it, when they go for morning prep They quickly 5-10 minutes do their morning devotion before they start their morning prayer.
Wow. Okay, so continue. So from their morning, so after morning
prep,
devotion,
6:15, they end morning prep and they take their breakfast. After breakfast, they go for morning devotion. That is between 7 and 7:25. Then formers classes start at 7:30. Intermittently, around 11:10, they have their snack break. Then 1:30 to around 2:20, they have their lunch. Then school continues till 4 p.m. After 4 p.m., they come back to the boarding house. They observe a little rest hour. They do their individual and house cleaning. Then inspection. After inspection, they all exit to the dining hall to take their supper. After supper, and then around 6:45 or 6:50, they have 10 minutes to just while away, chit-chat small. Then 7 to 9, they observe their evening prep. 9:30, lights out, you jump into bed. So apparently this is...
Wow. And you supervise all this?
Yes.
Every day, 24/7. Wow. Do you wake up sometimes midnight or 3 a.m. like that, those hours to visit them in their dormitories?
Yes. And not really always bumping into them. Sometimes 3:30, I'll just wake up. Per the structure of our boarding houses.
Oh, yes, okay.
And our residents. When I stand in my windows, I see everything that goes on inside.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I'll just be there, just watch them. Those who wake up before rising bell, I'll catch them.
How do you solve problems like this one is not in speaking terms with this quarrels and misunderstandings? Do they occur often?
Sometimes.
What has been some
as for fighting, it's outright no.
Okay.
Because you're not supposed to fight.
Okay.
So the moment you fight, it doesn't matter who brought the who began, who did it, who did that. Straight you go to school DC.
Okay.
And go and face discipline.
Okay.
But petty quarrels, yes, I'm not in this person insulted me, so I'm not in good terms with this person. Yes, it does happen.
And so
when it happens, I call them.
Okay.
What happened? Why aren't you talking to this person or that person? Oh, madam, she did this, she did that, she did that. Just little advice. Then they are okay.
We had students jumping the wall or, faking they are sick and they take exits, go to town with to their boyfriends and, they come back. Do you have such incidences?
For boarding house, yes, it happens. Student break bounds. But the way my house is, you can't scale over the wall. You can't scale. And so probably what you would do is, when I have dispatched you out of the boarding house,
okay,
between the hours of 7 to 4, if you have any bounds to break, probably this might be the hours you break bounds. But really scaling over the wall, no.
You can't.
They can't. But we also even have barbed wires all over the walls. So they can't break bounds. They can't scale.
We have peer pressure. This is a period you are in, and some of them were already engaging in sex whilst they were home, even before they go to class 6. Now they've come to school and they are boys and girls. How are you able to manage them so that they don't engage in some of these sexual acts or immoral acts?
Constant advising. Constant. You would have to be talking all the time. And some of them are so naive. Majority of them are naive. And yes, he's my classmate. I came with him from my previous school. And so that relationship is there. But how to manage it so well that it doesn't go beyond the normal classmate, boyfriend in quotes, is what we do. Minding how you walk with them, not holding hands, not hugging, at least keeping a distance. They really chat.
Okay.
They chat with their opposite sex, but with constant talking. Yes, sometimes you see them at least bidding the person bye-bye. You see them, they hug. But we have hugs and we have hugs.
Okay.
So as you see, stand afar and watch them, you could see the hug is taking some
proximity,
seconds.
Yeah.
So you shout.
Okay.
And when they know that you are watching from afar, you see they get scared and So
wow.
They will not repeat
It's a difficult work.
Very difficult.
Wow. Now, let's look at lesbianism. Most girls' houses, sometimes you have a tip of some of these things happening. I mean, have you experienced that? I mean, not even relating to Achimota School, but in your life as a house mistress and as a teacher, have you experienced anything like that?
1.3 FM.
I hear about them, but for my experience as a house mistress, I've not experienced it in my house.
Okay.
And so we try not to even let it start. We try to quench it right from the start. So we'll tell you, no two girls should sleep on one bed.
Okay.
When you came in, we allocated one bed for you alone.
Okay.
Sleep on your bed. We don't sleep on the floor with a blanket, with a bed sheet, with two girls sleeping on the floor, all in the name of chatting, reading together. No. So we are very, very critical about that. You don't share bed. Not even to talk about, we call it tent, so that you don't want the other person to even see what you are doing. And so we don't encourage even tent. Don't even enclose your bed. Make it so open. Apart from your mosquito net, nothing else around your bed.
Wow.
You don't bath in twos in a cubicle.
Okay.
So one person in a cubicle at a time. So all these, and if you are very lucky and you have responsible prefects, they also really help. Because most of the times when you have exited, they are with them. And so they mostly see what goes on in the boarding house.
Okay.
So quickly, they give you an alert. Okay, madam, this person and that person, I think are most of the times working together, chit-chatting. And so we start observing. In case anything want to start, then we end it right there. So lesbianism in my boarding house, no.
All right, thank you, Van. So you are listening to a Transformation Agenda series on education. We are with Madam Evelyn Na Lomo, who is a teacher of Achimota School and also a house mistress of Stopford House in the same school. We are on a conversation managing this free senior high school. We're talking about boarding experiences, and she's a house mistress, so she's giving us what actually goes on or happens when our children are with them. Thank you very much. Now, Madam, we're talking of quality education, and the president is investing so much in the education of the children. When the children come to school, do they, for example, somebody came to Achimota School to study science, for example, he or she comes to the school and says, I want to shift to this or that. Do you experience that? Do some of the students come to you sometimes to say, I want to change my course or something?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Is it the Form 1s, or is it when they start school or in the middle of?
When they start, immediately when they come fresh in Form 1, they are taken through 1 week orientation. And throughout the orientation, before it ends, they allocate class for them according to the program you requested for to do. And so some of them, just when they start, others even before they are even given their classes, especially with the combination of the classes, they might not be so much interested in the combinations. And so they come and they tell you that, please, madam, I don't want this, I don't want that. When it happens, we address the issue to the assistant academic headmistress. That is where all academic issues are resolved. And so parents are invited. Yes, your child says she can't do this, she rather prefers to do that. So I think it's proper you come in, go and see the headmistress and trash issues.
So what happens is that when they come and they tell you, you have to invite the parents. It's not like the child makes that change without the knowledge of the parent. No. Okay, the parents are. Let's look at the involvement of parents, with the bringing up of the children in your house, for example. PTA meetings, how is it like?
Well, now we don't have PTA. We have parent support.
Okay.
So they come. They really come. I think last Sunday was the PTA for the first year students.
Okay.
I wasn't able to be there, but the few that came to the boarding to visit their children afterwards, I think spoke well. And so they are involved. You know, before the rollout of senior high school policy, there was a vibrant house PTA who come together, agree on levies on themselves.
Okay.
They agree to levy themselves. And these monies go into projects that need to be done in the boarding houses, maintenance that needs to be done, and all other things that will make the children feel so comfortable. Now, the barrier of cost is not there. So cost shouldn't be a barrier for someone's child to come to the boarding house or to have education.
Okay.
And so yes, for now they are all there. No levies no levies at all. And so it's a challenge.
So in other words, as parents, we have our children that we should be able to support.
Very well.
Sometimes just go to the school. If you see something, you can just support, just to make your child comfortable.
Yes. And they might, when they are outside, so they may not really see the need of the house.
Okay.
So we rather communicate it to them. So first years have arrived in school. We are planning on an ideal time. We'll call for parents meeting in the, but this is not the school.
Okay.
This is house based.
Okay.
So we call parents, congratulate them on their awards admission to the school. At least give them the history of the house.
Okay.
Because per what they are seeing now has been the labor of other parents, past parents. So when you really like what you are seeing, the environment, the facilities, and all other things, you should also make sure that you are now in, and so you will contribute your quota. So we make them know this, then we put the needs of the house before them, then we leave it there.
Okay.
So as and when anyone wants to help,
then
they come in and they help.
Let's look at the use of mobile phones in boarding houses. Why do you prevent the girls, for example, in bringing phones to the dormitory? What's your reason?
Well, I wouldn't say it's in the school rules and regulations that mobile phones are not to be brought to the school.
Okay.
And it's not only mobile phone. We have non-school items, electric gadgets, rechargeable things, home muftis, and all that. So, mobile phone in general is in the school rules and regulations. So no student should bring a mobile phone to school. And that is why provision has been made in the boarding houses. If you want to make a call, there are calling days. We have house phones donated by parents with registered SIM cards. You make a call me back to your parent, and your parent calls. You can stay on the phone for as long as you want to talk to your parent. Other times when it is not calling days, they come to us. Madam, there's the need I have to call my mother. I would have to call my father. What do you want to call him for or call her for? Okay, I have these things I would want to send across to her or him. So our phones are always available to them. So if it is ideal, I would take a snapshot, send it to the parent. If the child insists on talking to the parent, I give out my phone. So I don't really see the need why you would want to just...
What would happen if they were to have phones, for example? I mean, if they had phones, what would have happened?
In this era of social media things, everything is possible. Most importantly, taking a video of themselves, whether nude, because they can only do that in the boarding house. And in the boarding house, after school, so you are no more wearing your uniform. You are wearing skimpy things, girls. So we are there. They may take pictures of themselves, video of themselves, post it on their social media platforms, make videos, all sorts of comments, and so ideally, it's not healthy at all. Because most importantly, you are there for academic purposes.
Okay.
And some of them even come because we have competitions all around. We have debates where the houses are giving topics. So we help them. We give out our phones to them. We make Google contacts. We call, making all sorts of verifications for them. So they really, really, really call on us, and we are readily available to release our phones to them when it has to do with academics. And definitely, apart from all these, because if I'm readily available for you, if it is calling days, come for the house phones, you make your calls. Outside calling days, my phone is available for you. Call your parent. Sometimes we do call for them. If you want to make inquiries online, okay, take my phone. Do assignments, do whatever you want to do. So aside all these things, what else do you need the phone for? Except not all other things include.
Okay.
So it's not.
All right. Thank you very much. You are listening to the Transformation Agenda series on education. I'm here with Miss Evelyn Nalumo, who is a house mistress of Stopford and a teacher of Achimota School. I have a WhatsApp question here, question from someone called Elijah. He said, "As I ask you if you are married and how you are able to manage, the school with your home."
Okay. Yes, I'm married with 3 kids. Wow. Time management. Because sometimes the uncertainty may set in. So it doesn't matter how you have planned your day to be. Sometimes, most especially, we'll have to go off our menu for the day. And they understand. So it's really a challenge.
I think your husbands need to be awarded.
Really. Because for my first time, we spent our night at the hospital.
Wow.
The whole night, the kids were locked up in the house. So I had to be there with him throughout the night, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Later, he left, and I took over till the next morning.
Wow.
So it's really a challenge. But we are there. God is our helper.
It's serious. I can't imagine you are sleeping and your husband's hand is just on you, and then you have to wake up and go and say, "No way, you take off the hand slowly. You have to go and attend to someone's child. It's a great sacrifice. God bless you so much.
Amen.
God bless you so much. You can send us a WhatsApp on 0500,202 or send us a WhatsApp on this line as well, 0549830859. 0549830859. If you want to call us, the lines are activated now. You can do so on 0302208080. 0302208080. Now, Free Senior High School has increased the size of the people that are in your houses. For example, Stopford. We are expecting that the number will increase because more people are interested in going to school, and that is what it means. Because if the government said you want to bring up this policy and make sure every child goes to school for free at the secondary school level, and people were not interested in going to school, I think the number will still be the same. But you have people, desiring to upgrade themselves, in school. What are you doing, apart from being the house mistress and all this, as an individual to ensure that the policy of the president or the president vision, why he's investing so much in education, becomes profitable, or he gets some benefit out of it as an individual?
Okay. As I said earlier, it's really a great policy, and it has really yielded, its aim, because as we said, the number has really increased, and so I think the education has gone well to the public.
Okay.
And as individual, I am not only in school. I have other groups I belong to.
Okay.
I belong to a religious denomination. And as stakeholders, the community is also part. The community is a stakeholder.
Okay.
So I think where I find myself, whether in church, whether any opportunity I am given anywhere, parents are really advised. Now, you don't have a cost to say, I can't pay school fees. So as there was an advert, just carry your trunk and your chobox, and Otilo you go. So I think the education really, it's ongoing, personally.
Okay.
Yes. So at least the few people I come into contact with, most especially students, when you go to the market, you see small girls doing kayaye. So why you not in school? All that. So I have, especially when I go to Domain Market, I have few contacts of some girls.
Okay.
And I talk to them, and apparently they are not the girls who are staying with their parents. So sometimes, it becomes really difficult.
Okay.
Yes, but God is our help.
Let's look at the children. Sometimes they come to school and they don't have money, for example, to buy a few things for themselves.
Not even provisions.
Wow.
Yes.
Some come without provisions.
Nothing.
What do you think is the reason for that? Is it that the parents are...
Yes. Most of them are staying with their grandmothers.
Oh, okay.
And most of them are coming from the farming communities where,
okay,
so they will open, especially when you are undergoing kit inspection. So open your trunk, open your chobox for kit inspection. You open and some small container of gari and one small bottle of shito, and that is all. So when it happens like that, we try to identify these ones, and we plead. We have virtually become beggars. So we are always calling parents. Those we think at least can help in a way. Please, I have these girls in my house. Can you please help me as far as provisions, a little of this, a little of that? And some of them respond promptly. One just completed and is now at Tech, Kenya UST.
Wow.
Yes, a parent took over just when I spoke to the parent. Because the things the parent was bringing to the child, I said, wow, all these for one person. Every month, repetition of these things will go on. So I called her aside and said, please, madam, I have a problem. I have this girl. Can you help her with provisions anytime you are coming? Nothing is too small. She gladly accepted. Anytime she comes to visit the child, hers is separate. Sometimes with a little money.
We'll come back on this one. It's very important. Let's pick a call. Good morning.
Yeah, here is Dave from Adenta.
Who?
Here is Dave from Adenta.
Dave from Adenta. Dave, how are you doing?
Oh, very good.
Thank you very much for calling. Please talk to us.
Yeah, I just want to ask, why we not create job for the people? Then we say free education, and we have people, plenty people we do not have work to do.
Okay, we'll create jobs for them. God bless you. Now, let me say this to you. In this country, there are a lot of opportunities. You don't wait for somebody to create a job for you. There are people who started from somewhere and today they are up there. So don't be waiting for people to create jobs for you. Try and start something. Start with nothing and achieve something, and then you can be confident and proud of yourself. Don't expect that jobs are always created for you. A lot of people are doing their own business. They started with nothing and today they are up there. So it's good. Government will surely have to provide jobs for its citizens, its people. But as a people, we must also start something. Start something for yourself. People are selling charcoal, people are selling tomato, people are selling other things, and they've made it. I knew a woman in the Tema Market, Kujomami. She sold graphic to take care of all her children and built a house from that. So let's not always be expecting that somebody create a job for us. That's not good. At age 40, I'm told, you should not be working for somebody. You should be having something for yourself. So please, let's try and do that. Yes, let's come back. Now, do you think that we should encourage companies, organizations to, try as much as possible to donate to some of these boarding houses?
Yes, it will really help. It will really help. Because...
Talk, madam, talk. We are listening.
Sometimes you would have to buy, as you said. Because if you see the condition of the child, you become so pitiful for her. And so yes,
won't that affect their academic performance?
Definitely it will. Definitely. So we give room for them as we speak to them. If you have any problem of any kind, come and see us.
Wow, thank you very much. There's someone on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, my senior man.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Please, how are you?
This is Robin Hood. I'm calling from Adenta.
Okay, talk to us, sir.
I'm a teacher by profession and a senior teacher for that matter.
Thank you.
And I'm not happy about preventing children to carry phone to school, especially secondary school.
Okay.
Because we are in a research world.
Okay.
And as far as counseling services are concerned, these children can be counseled before they start using phones to even research on their topic or even look for online jobs and know where to, since there's no job in the country. But for preventing them not for preventing them to use the phone, I am not happy about it.
Okay. So your concern is that we should have we should allow them to go to school with mobile phones.
Yeah, you have a policy guideline that for students to use phone in school, especially SHS. You see, because there's no law preventing them to use it in a university. So why can't you start so that at least they can research in their own thing? I don't think most of the schools are not even equipped with the computer and the things. And to be frank, the computer that they bought for we the teachers. As of now, some of us we have received our own. Look at the time. Now the children are not equipped with any digital literacy of a sort. So it's only the phone that they can use.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
So how can we amend this law so that children can school?
Thank you very much. I believe that authorities are listening to this and they will do something about it. Thank you very much for this call. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yes. So we're talking about there's someone on the line. Okay. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Please, your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Victor, calling from Achinaman.
Okay, all right. Talk to us.
Madam, you have that sizable student that you parent over. In your opinion, what is the sizable that it will be feasible for you to manage?
Okay.
Secondly, did you identify the vocation in individual student and coach accordingly if he or she go to pick up to educate on?
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Victor, for this for the call. We appreciate that. Yes, madam.
Okay. So as I said earlier before the conversation started, maximum was 80. And so 80 students to 2 house mistresses was fine.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that because of the size, others should also be denied the opportunity to have education.
Okay.
And so, yes. So, at least 100 would do. At least for 2. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, thank you very much. Let's read this message from. I think it says, good morning, sir, madam. Thank you for the conversation you are having. Please, my concern is I have a child at Atamil's house, Form 3, still scrubbing, cleaning, watering of plants, etc. Because this current Form 3 are at disadvantage in terms of time because of COVID-19, they should be allowed to study. Thank you. So, this is a different house, but so from Adubia is saying that she has a child who is in Form 3 and still scrubbing and doing stuff. What would be the reason for that?
Sweeping as part of our lives. Even when they leave, they were living at home and commuting from home to school. So doesn't mean that they won't do any household chores.
Because they're going to write exam.
They are in the boarding house. We don't have cleaners.
Okay.
We don't have laborers working for us. And it is our home. That is our home. So I think this is all part of the training we are giving to our girls.
Okay.
But my Form 3s are doing scrubbing. They are doing all the scrubbing in the boarding house. Form 1s are sweeping. They are just given a portion to sweep. So that is a different house though. But I wouldn't say that they should just be excluded from. Now we don't have all the 3 levels in school.
Okay.
We have final years and first years. Second years are at home. At a point in time, one level will exit and another will come in. So they should do something. Form 3s can do something and will not take out that time that they can read. It will take out from them.
Thank you very much. Our time is up. We had a conversation with Madam Evelina Lomo, who is a house mistress for Stopford and also a teacher of Achimota School. Very great. I'm praying that you become headmistress of a school. I'll come and visit your school very soon. God bless you so much. You're a great teacher. You are very firm and tough, and I believe you've done very well. Your children are disciplined, and it's a blessing having you as a house mistress of Stopford. God bless you so much, and we appreciate you coming. Thank you very much, all of you who we are unable to pick more calls and also read your messages, but we want to say thank you very much for always listening to us. We want to say thank you to Honorable Dr. Yawosei Educhum, Minister of Education. God bless you so much for making this program possible. Reverend John Intimfojo, your deputy. We talk of Chief Kobna, Lawyer Jare, Dr. Nkansa, and all of you, Mr. Paddy, Mr. Chei, Mr. Kwejo Dechi, all of you. It was fantastic, and all the 16 regional directors of education. We want to say thank you very much. We pray that we continue having this program and reaching more people and solving some of the problems that come up as we have these discussions. My producer has been Mr. George Siedu. We had Lauren Shabebio doing the call, picking the calls, and doing the checking on the email. Having Lily Pasavane monitoring the Word Radio GH, and then our brother Emmanuel, who has been here making sure that everything is in control. God bless you, listener. We are grateful having you today. It's a blessing. I'm Abraham Edu. I'm going to see you next week. God bless you, and bye.